tubaniriza abalabi ba Global TV aba subscribing ku channel yaffe n'abo batana subscribing tubadde tusaba mugende maaso nga musubscribing tukyabawo ebirungi bingi twebaza Katonda nti ennaku zino ka consistent tukalina tuli ready okubawa kyonna kye mwetaaga mu budde obutuufu nga kyakagwawo. Kakati olwaleero nze bampita Senabuli Adrian Charlson ntambudde n'omugezi wange Padre Brian Sulaiman nga njagala twogere ku mwami Bobi Wine kubanga essaawa zino omwami Bobi Wine ya trendinga, omwami Muhoozi Kainerugaba ya trendinga. Politically tulina figures ezo bbiri, tulina figures ezo ssatu zezi trendinga and twagala to diving deep mu nsonga zino ez'ebyobufuzi tufune opinion y'abantu ab'enjawulo. Weekend tubaddemu ne opinion ya Gashumba, opinion ya Lumbuye, opinion ya Tamale Mirundi Junior.
Yes, sir.
Kati nze neetaaga opinion ya mwami Padre Brian Sulaiman.
Yes, sir.
Kubanga nze ndowooza ayinza okubaako n'ekyenjawulo kyayinza okutuwa nga ye omuntu ebintu ebigenda mu maaso mu ggwanga. Bobi Wine ennaku zino alabika ng'agudde. Kiki abantu bamukyusizza emmundu bazimutunuzaamu? Muhoozi afuuse ensonga oba katijjo oba ssente oba maanyi simanyi, tetumanyi kigenda mu maaso, naye in a minute or two njagala osooka otunyonyolere what's going on with Bobi Wine and his status, his political career. In what state is it?
Basebo ne bannyabo munzikirize nange babuuzeeko musiibye mutya, muli mutya, kansoye nti muli bulungi, nga ngezaako okubanga nziramu ekibuuzo ekimbuuziddwa. Nze ndowooza Bobi Wine tanaggwa kubanga I don't think there is something that brings about his fall. Nze kyendowooza nti ekiyinza okuba kyaffectinze the character of Bobi Wine is that Bobi Wine amawulire ge gamuzimba ng'omuntu, so nga ate at the moment amawulire ga divertins a bit googera ku muntu omulala. Naye ne bwankubadde kiri bwe kityo kiyinza okuba ekizibu ennyo omuntu okuba ng'avaayo ng'agamba nti kino kisudde Bobi. So n'olwekyo nsuubira nti Bobi Wine akyaliwo, naye ekyo tekijjawo nti wazza omuntu omulala on the political landscape eya Uganda nga si mulala wabula ye Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Of course, this does not leave Bobi Wine the same. It puts him in some situation nti wazza omuntu omulala oba oliawo agezaako okutekinga his hype. However, ekibuuzo kiri nti are these two people having the similar hype? Are they having numbers? Yes, they have numbers. As for Bobi Wine, we know.
How are we going to determine these people's numbers? Because we have, I would say we have rumors, but at least we've observed that one of these two people has been followed without anything attracting them apart from the person themselves, and the other person I have not actually seen very much
Bobi Wine came in politics. We did know him as a musician. We also knew that he had followers. He came into politics. We saw him acquiring numbers, not only of those people that elected him in his constituency, but those elsewhere. And numbers were evident on social media platform, especially on Facebook. So Prokbanti Mukulu Muhoozi alina numbers, alina pages ez'enjawulo, alina social media handles ez'enjawulo nga kuliko abantu ab'enjawulo abamugoberera. Naffe kennyini okumwogerako kitegeeza we are not talking about someone that is not popular. We are talking about someone whose name is running places, making rounds, and that is why I stand to say numbers as zirina. Ekyenjawulo ku babiri nti omu yali already engaged in electoral process. One of them has not gone into this exercise, but trust me, both of them have numbers.
What makes Muhoozi Kainerugaba unique?
Ekiyinza okuba nga kifuula Muhoozi Kainerugaba so unique, and if history has to repeat itself, and of course following the trend of Uganda's politics, is in the first place that he has got a military background. History does speak a lot. That's why an English man has it, that history repeats itself in most cases, and tradition is tradition. Uganda yali efugiddwako a civilian, but civilians don't take time in leading this country. So ekyo kifuula Muhoozi Kainerugaba having an upper hand. It's just one of those evident examples ekimuwa that upper hand and uniqueness of himself compared to Bobi
Mr. Padebrand, let's take a deep dive into the very meaning of the word unique. Unique as in what gives him hype, because he's not the first soldier. We've had soldiers like Kasirye Gwanga, we've had soldiers like Katumba Wamala. They have associated with the people, they have held positions in the government, but we have not seen them being rated. I would not say overrated, because I cannot judge whether he's the right person or not. I cannot judge whether he has hype or not. I need some lighter opinions. What gives him hype more especially? What gives him hype more especially to the media? Because right now we cannot judge his hype in the public. We cannot.
Kugamba ekimufudde wenjawulo nti ajjidde mu kaseera akatuufu nti Bannayuganda are looking up to having a new leader, a young blood. So with him being that military and coming from a military man and coming from the first family, yet a section of Ugandans balina okwagala mu ye era balina endowooza nti ye yandibadde muntu mutuufu okubeera president waabwe. Ekyo kimufuula wanjawulo kuba bonna bogezezzaako putting down, listing down the likes of you talked of this foreign soldier, that old man Kasirye Gwanga. I don't think he came out at one point and wanted to become a president.
Now, very important still, you have talked about a young blood. In politics, what age should one have? And we say that this one, no, this one is still a younger blood, and this one probably is aged.
Muhoozi a young blood, at least Muhoozi a young blood. Or what you want me to say, I cannot get in there because we are talking about the character of General Muhoozi, and in line with that, Ekimufula, a young blood, at least is not the age of his own father. This country, according to what we have always prayed for, kwekubanti tufuna omukulembeze nga muto mu myaka ategeera issues pertaining to this country, and more so understanding issues pertaining to the biggest section of this population, that is the youth. So we have the young blood in Muhoozi Kainerugaba, though he may not be part of the generation of the youth we are talking about, but at least is that younger than those that have ever come up and participated in the electoral process, probably in line or with the age of he as Bobi Wine, because Bobi Wine is 40, 41, the other one is 48. They are in the same age bracket. They are in their 40s.
With me, I would not wish to collect opinions about some other person. I'm talking about Muhoozi as a person, but according to your explanation, a young person means, as in leadership in Uganda, a young person means someone younger than the current president. Because
kubanga bwe twatunuulidde eggwanga lyaffe nebiki Bannayuganda bye babadde baagala, ndowooza okufuna omukulembeze oyo nga muto kye kimu ku ebyo bye badde bakola ki baagala, and there is no way how they would have this comparison other than having to compare the president they need by young age with the current president.
Well, at least I can assure you that I can clear the air. I can tell the people viewing that Muhoozi is not young, and he is not a young blood. Probably by the next general election, he will be 51.
And being 51, at least he won't be at 75 the age of his father. I mean, when we look at young presidents in the world, yes, we've had young presidents before, those of 30, but then in presidential aspect of it all, someone being 50 years, they are still young. They are still young in their political career as far as presidency is concerned in the entire globe. So they have, because by the time one come in for the presidential race, they must have climbed ladders in politics. You just can't come out of blue unless you are living a kind of presidential position which is hereditary.
Well, getting into my last question, and yes, I want this to be very brief. I want it to be just 30 seconds. What is Muhoozi's fate amongst presidents that are older than him? Kagame is older than you. The president of South Sudan is older than you. The president of Kenya, probably, if it is Ruto, he could be the same age with him. But if it is someone else, it could be older than him. Samia Suluhu could either be older than him.
Yes.
In a bit, what is his fate? Tetulabe subversion.
Nze ndowooza ekisookera ddala kibeera too early to expect much from him at the moment. Naye nze ndowooza ng'omuntu bw'aba alondeddwa, he's not going to run the nation all alone. Of course, the nation will run, him being put on top of it, because he will be at the helm of this country's leadership. Naye nsuubira nti he can do as much better as these people do, or even best as he can, to become that leader this country wants.
Thank you, Padre Brian. Thank you, everybody that has viewed the video. Continue subscribing, continue watching, continue liking, continue commenting. We enjoy the comments, no matter the side. Thank you for watching.